Thank you. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Hello guys, and welcome back to another episode of Assetto Hub. Today we have a very special car. I'm really excited about this one. Just released yesterday or the day before, depends on the time when I upload this, and got this all edited out. It's the best sounding car ever, no doubt, with another example of course as well, but it's just a legendary car. I'm really excited. It's finally a proper one in the game. Let's just jump into it. Enjoy the video. So this is the 2011 Lexus LFA. As I said before, a very legendary car. Mostly known about this, the engine of course, the V10 with the amazing sounding exhaust note. Let's just start off with the exhaust. I'm here on the pit stop. I wanted to drive it on a nice coastal road, the Pacific Coast Highway, or I wanted to take it to the Union Islands, which are beautiful places and are really nice for the videos as well. But it's just such a fun car to drive, so I took it straight down to Spa to show you all about the car. I'm now in the pit stop and I can basically stand here all day because this is just... Well, let's just drive it though. Well, driving the 2011 Lexus LFA. I'm driving the normal Lexus LFA, as you have the Nürburgring edition as well. I thought let's just start off with the normal edition, as it's, well, my preferable actually from the two, mainly because of the looks. As you can see, it's a little bit wet on the track. It's not raining at the moment, but it's a little bit slippery overall. Car itself, it's really easy to drive. I'm gonna be honest, I'm driving it now with the traction control on, as I mentioned in one of my other videos with the Cayman GT4 RS. I mostly drive the cars with traction control off, but just to drive it around a bit casually, I've decided to keep it on. Then the features in the car, well, in the car itself you don't have a lot, but anyway, it's a sports or supercar, how you would like to call it, so you don't get a lot of options. Anyway, the options you do get are, for example, the light indicators are working, the normal lights are working, braking lights are working. With this edition you can go a bit slow of course, because it has a rear spoiler which pops up automatically, but you can turn it on by hand as well. So I think it's option C. On my numpad is number 3, but it's in Content Manager, it's option C to turn it on manually. What you have as well is the dome lightings. I don't know how you call it actually, but you can turn them on. It's a nice feature, especially when it's dark, but then again it's, well, yeah, I don't know actually why you would need it. It's nice if you're making showcase videos or pictures or something from the inside. It's definitely a good feature to have. The best feature though about this car is option A, and that is the, well, sport mode. It doesn't actually change a lot about the car itself, but you get the mid cluster. When you turn it on, it turns to the actual sport function, which you have in real life as well. It's the ref limiter. It changes colors and you get some beep as well. But when you see, when I just hit it a little bit, it goes from white to green to red. I think in real life it does one stage more when it goes to completely red. With this one it doesn't, but then again I'm not entirely sure about that, but it's a really nice feature. The car in real life comes with the V10, of course. It's a well-known engine for this car. The other car which I mentioned before, where I would like to compare it slightly to, is the Porsche Carrera GT. I have a very nice example in Assetto Corsa for that one, which I will show in another video. But for this one, it has the V10 engine, which produces 552 horsepower. The Nürburgring edition has 10 horsepower more, so that comes to 562 in real life, in the game as well, of course. So that's a nice detail. The car goes from 0 to 60 or 0 to 100, depends where you are, in 3.7 seconds, and has a top speed of 202 miles an hour or a bit over 320 kilometers an hour. When you compare it to the Porsche Carrera GT, the Porsche Carrera GT only comes with a manual gearbox, which I really like, as I mentioned in my previous video with the Porsche Cayman GT4 RS. You have two versions of those, a pedal shifter and a manual one. I really like to drive when you're just driving for fun with a manual shifter, and this one only comes with a pedal shifter. For example, the comparable car is the Porsche Carrera GT, in my opinion. And that only comes with a manual shifter, so that's a little bit different. But then again, for me with this car, it doesn't really matter because it's very responsive. It has in real life a single clutch gearbox. I don't know if I pronounced it correct like that, but so normally people think it's slow, the gearbox. I've looked at a lot of videos online about it before I made this video. We all know the Top Gear reviews from Jeremy Clarkson and Richard Hammond. When you see the car shifts, it is actually pretty fast. And with this mod you have basically the same. And I think they've done a pretty decent job making this car as close to real life as possible. Well, driving the Lexus LFA is, I mentioned it before, it's a pretty easy car to drive. I already took the Nürburgring edition around the Nordschleife, and it's a blast to drive. I was actually watching a interview with Paul Walker. I will put that one down in the description as well, because it's a really nice one. It's not that long, but he talks about the car as he has driven it as well. And it's of course a bit of an older interview. But I left the traction control on the Nordschleife because I found that in a lot of corners it lets you, well, you can just hit it, but sometimes you get a bit of a screw up, and drifting is of course not the fastest way to go around a track. Then again, with this car, at the moment it's a lot of fun to turn the traction control off, because it's a really easy car to just drift around the corner. And well, God, I love this car. Can't describe how excited I am that this car, well, a proper version, is finally in the game. Really happy about it. Upsides from the car, it looks stunning. It's rain ready, so you can drive it in the rain as well. For example, this working windshield wipers, everything works in the car that works. Well, downsides about this car, the only thing I can think of is zero, none, nada. It's perfect. I really love it. This car, it's free. You don't need to pay for it. I wouldn't mind paying for it, because I think for some mods, well, like really nice ones, I don't mind to pay, because you drive with them a lot and you enjoy them a lot and you support the people that make them. But this car got released for free and it's absolutely perfect. The sound is done amazing. It's, God, it's good. All of the colors that you can choose from the car are the wheel colors as well. And a really nice detail which I like is, for example, there are 4 white ones. I'm driving the whitest white. It's actually called like that in a sense, of course. I don't quote me if it's like that in real life as well, but I'm driving the whitest white, which has the red interior. You have another white which has a black interior, for example. There are a few different black exterior colors which come with different interior colors, and even the stitching on the steering wheel is different on every interior, which is just amazing that they add those small details. So this is the normal Lexus LFA. Let's just jump into the Nürburgring edition for a few minutes just to see if there's any difference and what that car is all about. Woo. So driving the Lexus LFA Nürburgring edition. As I said before, I don't see a lot of difference between the cars driving wise, physics wise. I don't feel it a lot. Maybe if you drive more than I did, you will feel some difference, but in my opinion there isn't much to tell. Visual wise though, there are a lot of differences. From the outside you see there's an attached spoiler or a fixed spoiler on the back of the car, so you don't have the option or the feature, as I said before, that you can manually turn the spoiler on and off, or it doesn't have a spoiler that turns on a certain speed and goes down on a certain speed. This car, however, comes with the option as well to turn on the sport mode with the option A and then the cluster changes in the middle of the center screen. Let's just talk about the Nordschleife real quick, as I already driven this car on there. It's a really nice car to drive. As I mentioned with the normal edition as well, it's a quite easy car to drive, but it's still a really fun car to drive. It's fast, it goes around the corners really fast, it corners pretty well actually, and then again, as I've mentioned 1,000 times already, it sounds just amazing. It's with this car of course as well, because it's the same engine, and it's just, the sound is just astonishing. This car, however, does come with 10 horsepower more, so it has 562 instead of 552. Times on the Nordschleife, however, let's just start off with the lap times in real life. This car did a 7:14 released by Lexus, the lap time released by Lexus. The normal Lexus LFA, I couldn't find online a decent time or a proper release time by Lexus. However, I did find a 7:38, which is a 20-second difference with the Nürburgring edition, which is a huge difference, of course, over 24 seconds, which is just out of this world. Of course, it wouldn't be justice if I actually took it to Nordschleife. So here we are, where this car belongs, the Nürburgring edition on the Nürburgring, and let's just get it off to see how it actually performs here. As I mentioned before, it's a phenomenal car to drive. The Spa, it's a really nice track, but it doesn't do it justice, of course, because this car was made for the Nürburgring. It was produced here or tested here quite a while when they were developing the car, and it's, well, then again, literally in the name. As I said before, I do prefer to drive this car with traction control actually. I put it on 404, so you have just a minor bit of traction control. I'm driving it now without, as it's just slightly more fun. You can throw it around a bit more. But to really push it, I would say it's better to leave it on. Maybe I'm a bit biased because the Nordschleife is one of, well, my favorite track. Well, a lot of people love the Nordschleife, of course, maybe because it's a long and challenging track, but it's just fantastic to drive it around here, as there's a lot of long corners. Sorry, a bit distracted over there, but as there's a lot of long corners, and of course it has a lot of long straights and tight corners, so you got basically everything. This car just can handle them, all of them. You go through these sections, you can hear the engine as well, which is just phenomenal. So my overall opinion about this car, well, I said it multiple times, it's a fantastic mod, it's a great car. As I said before, it's not a beta or anything, it's, for me, it's a finished product. It's free, so definitely check it out. Go to the Discord, as I've mentioned it below in the description, to download the car or the mod itself, the two packages, the normal LFA and the Nürburgring edition, as I'm driving now. Props to the modders once again, thank you. This made my day, made my week, made my month. I don't know what to say about it, because this made me really happy when I found about it. Well, that was it for me. Thanks for watching. If you stick till the end, once again, thanks for the modders and the community for keeping this game up with all the great mods that are being released. If you want to try out this car for yourself, I will put their Discord down in the description. I will put both of the download links in the description as well. Please make sure to check out their Discord as well. Once again, I couldn't find the actual link in the Discord because it's made by Binary Motors, but I will put the Discord in the description anyway, and I will put both of the download links in the description as well. The Spa and the Nordschleife that I've driven on are from Kunos itself. I will put other tracks that I've used for the showcast in the description as well. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like, make sure to subscribe if you would like to, and check out some of my other videos as well. And then again, the Nordschleife, the Full Lap, if you want to check that out, I will post it in the description as well, and I will link it to this video. Once again, thank you for watching, and up to the next one.